watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. A political war has erupted over the G20 logo unveiled by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday as India takes over the presidency of the multilateral forum. The point of contention is that the logo boasts the Lotus symbol. Now, beyond being the emblem of the BJP, the Lotus is central to multiple South Asian cultures and a significant part of India's ancient heritage. But the Congress has called it a brazen attempt to glorify the BJP. Congress leader Jairam Ramesh led the party's charge against the saffron BJP, accusing it of shamelessly promoting itself on the global stage. Jairam Ramesh further said that 70 years ago, Nehru rejected the proposal to make the Congress flag the symbol of independent India. But now the BJP symbol has become the official G20 logo. The BJP hit back at the Congress, accusing it of insulting the national flower, adding that it was Nehru who gave it that stature. The BJP has also accused the Congress of insulting Indian culture once again. This is a trivial political war as India takes an important global step, flexing its diplomatic muscle to tackle challenges in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine. So is the Congress then guilty of tarnishing India's image, or is the BJP guilty of self-promotion?
मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से विनती करूंगा कि वो बटन दबाकर भारत के G20 logo.
Prime Minister Modi unveiling the logo of India's G20 presidency.
India, home to 1.3 billion people, is a confluence of religions, traditions and customs.
The logo includes a lotus, which Prime Minister Modi says is a symbol of hope in trying times.
And seeing the world as one family.
The world is going through the after effects of disruptive, once-in-a-century pandemic, conflicts, and lot of economic uncertainty. The symbol of the lotus in the G20 logo is a representation of hope in these times. No matter how adverse the circumstances, the lotus still blooms.
But for the opposition, the lotus symbol has a political link.
एक्चुअली भाजपा वाले हमेशा इलेक्शन मोड पे रहते हैं और हमेशा उनको लगता है कि हमें वोट का लाभ मिल जाए.
G20 symbol contains lotus, which is sought to be capitalized by BJP. Well, I think this is certainly objectionable.
Why the lotus was not used earlier by BJP, the ruling party, as a national flower? But no, for G20 they are going to use it now. That shows every issue they politicize.
BJP countered these allegations and said the lotus symbolizes India's ancient heritage.
कमल आज से हजारों वर्षों से भारत और भारतीय संस्कृति में सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है. राष्ट्र और राष्ट्रवाद के किसी भी तत्व के प्रति आपके मन में कितनी अवमानना है और उसको लेट डाउन करने के लिए आप किसी भी सीमा तक जाने को तैयार हैं.
India takes over the presidency of the G20 from the 1st of December and will have an opportunity to consolidate its growing foreign policy footprint. So at such a crucial moment, why politicize India's global show of strength?
One earth, one family, one future.
RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, is joining me live. Ashpreet Singh Kardial is the spokesperson of the Congress. We also have Ruminder Nath Sajdev. He is international affairs expert. Mr. Sajdev, I'm going to begin with you before I move on to the politicians. India will assume the presidency of the powerful G20 grouping on December 1st. And that certainly is going to be an epoch moment for Indians diplomatically as well. Would you say that this entire controversy over logo is meaningless? You have to unmute yourself. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was muting. Yeah, I would say it's petty, and there are two things, as I was looking. Definitely, yes, BJP is taking some advantage of its election symbol, but that aside, Lotus is our national flower. So that's logical. It can be used to represent some, international platform that we are kind of going to head now. And secondly, I don't want to get into politics, but Jairam Rameshji's statement, I found it pretty interesting and funny in some ways. He said that Congress had the opportunity that the Congress flag would have been the national flag and Nehruji turned it down. Fair enough. My thought would be if the Congress flag became the national flag, then the Congress party would have to go hunting and design a new flag. Right. Okay. It may have become the nation's flag, but the Congress would have had to design a new flag. So anyway, that aside, this controversy, I think, is a little, it's petty. It is petty, but yes, the Congress can take pot shots. But on the other hand, the BJP is being smart. And sure, if you're in power, you can be smart as long as you have the right logic.
You have not answered my question. My question is specific, that this is a diplomatic moment for India. And I'm going to bring Arshpreet Singh now. Lotus is a national flower. It symbolizes heritage, faith, peace. And it's an important, crucial moment for India and Indians, as I just said. It is also showcasing how India is diplomatically very critical for several economies of the world. Then why do domestic politics and why is the Congress party seeing red in Lotus?
Number one, it is no coincidence that the symbol at the G20 is the same as the Bharatiya Janata Party's symbol. See, it is in plain words an attempt by the Bharatiya Janata Party to do marketing, to do branding and subtle messaging. Now, there are 2-3 things that the Bharatiya Janata Party really needs to understand. First, they are going there to represent the nation, the country, not themselves, not their party. And number 2, they should understand that there are times, when they have to see things for they are. That they are going to be representing the nation at an international level, and India is way bigger than Bharatiya Janata Party is or can ever be. They have to understand this.
No, but why is Lotus being associated with the Bharatiya Janata Party? Yes, it may be the election symbol of the BJP, but how do you forget that that is also a national flower?
See, one thing that we have to understand is that the Bharatiya Janata Party isn't going to be staying at the center throughout and forever. There will be other parties also. Tomorrow when other parties come, should they also do this? Would you also be in favor of that? We have to understand one thing, that there are limitations to branding, marketing and advertising also.
Okay,
however,
I
just have to say one thing. I just have to say one last thing. That, self-promotion, this is self-promotion at another level. If there was a record in the Guinness book to do marketing and do abuse of power,
RP Singh, respond.
The Bharatiya Janata Party would have gotten number 1 rank in it.
Thank you. I'll appreciate. I won't be interrupted. I didn't interpret other panelists. Lotus is not merely BJP's symbol, party symbol. It represents our civilization. It represents our culture. It represents a lot of religion in country. Buddhism, Hinduism. It represents some part of reflection of Sikhism also. So it represents a lot of religion. It represents culture. It represents our nation, and that's how Nehruji picked it up as a national flower. It was not that he picked it up, he could have picked up rose because he used to wear a rose. So he could have picked up a rose as a national flower. But he picked up lotus as a symbol, lotus as a national flower, because he knew and he could understand, this is the symbol of our culture. One. Secondly, let's understand what is branding and why do we have a lotus behind it. It is that one earth, one family, one future. And it's an issue of hope in that. And lotus blooms in the muddiest of the muddiest water. So it is the hope which is representing. And again, it is not BJP symbol. BJP symbol have 5 petals. This has 7 petals. So they can keep saying what they have to say. But now I'm happy that they are not talking about the angry lion. Earlier, it was angry lion. They can pick up all sort of petty issues every now and then with something or other. I mean, they have to actually, they can't bear this that Prime Minister or the country is representing or is going to spearhead. Can I check another second? Spearheading.
Can it be more of a substantive criticism? how is this even linked to whatever is being said in the context of the symbol? How is this politics so relevant at this time? I mean, do we really understand the significance of this moment to raise it the manner in which it is being done?
See, this is as clear as a glass of moonshine for everybody to see that the Bharatiya Janata Party has clearly undermined rules, conventions, the limitations that a certain government has, and has clearly forgotten that they are going there to represent India, not themselves, not their party. Number two, it's not really the fault of the Bharatiya Janata Party, because they're only good at one thing. There is only one expertise that the Bharatiya Janata Party has, and that is at advertising and marketing, not welfare, not development, not work. So that is what they keep on doing. So congratulations and kudos to Mr. Modi. There's not a single day that goes by when Mr. Modi does not campaign, does not, 24/7 is not on a campaign trail. That is what he does. That is what the Bharatiya Janata Party is all about. So that's why they are doing this. The problem that we have with this is that India is bigger than Bharatiya Janata Party is. India is bigger than any party there is ever going to be or there ever has been. The Bharatiya Janata Party has clearly failed to understand that. And number three, the Bharatiya Janata Party is not doing this for the first time. There's a pattern of the Bharatiya Janata Party with regards to abuse of power, with regards to undermining rules, conventions, and distorting history, distorting patterns. They have distorted the history back in the day. They have changed names of places. And this is another
the
level
national flower,
of
Lotus, was in fact declared as the national flower in 1950. And by then, the Congress government and Mr. Ramesh was born in 1954. That is what Hardeep Puri has said. My question then is this even about self-promotion? It's about a flower which is the national flower of India, which happens to be also the political symbol of the BJP. Then in that context, I'm not supposed to talk about my palm because this is the symbol of the Congress party. We will be, making an argument which is completely flawed then. How is this really developing into an argument at a time when India is, trying to showcase its presence by taking over this presidency?
Exactly. This is what...
Mr. Sajdev.
Thank you, Maria. Another thought, from a pure communication point of view, if you see, the logo is composed of several components out there, right? The lotus part, and it's absolutely valid, it's our national flower. And when you create a logo, you want to infuse meaning and symbolism into it. Okay, so Lotus, the 7 petals are there, the G20 thing is there, the Vasudev Kutumbakam is written there. So the logo is not only the lotus. Okay, maybe some criticism would have been more valid perhaps if the logo was entirely only the lotus flower, right? But the logo here is a composite of several components. So therefore, honestly, I think this is nitpicking by the Congress. I don't want to get into politics.
Okay, I have just enough time for RP Singh. RP Singh, respond. From an angry lion
very small thing,
to now this logo, it seems that this is about, every image that is associated with your political party, the Congress has a problem with it. And, you may say an argument that this is about, opposition for opposition's sake.
Self-promotion.
Well, we have to wait for yet another day when they will find out fault with something else and nitpick with something else. But as the other panel was saying, it is not just the not just the lotus. There are many other components in that. And if we go by what Congress is saying, that probably we are pitching for another 20 countries to contest election. This is so trivial. How can they even be so petty on such subjects? They should be proud that yes, India is achieving what it's achieving at the international forum, and then they should support the country in that. But for heck of opposing Prime Minister Modi or opposing the NDA government, they keep doing this. At times the angry lion and now the 7-petal lotus. But again, on national flag, I have been hearing a lot on the national flag. That is also deceptible. The national flag and the Congress flag, the Congress can't run that if someone goes for a case in the court saying that it's deceptible. And then it's almost the same, except the chakra and the hand symbol. So there's another issue in that. But we don't get into that since they adopted that as a flag. They have, and country has its own flag. But they should rise above this and then think for the betterment of the country. And for my friend here, I'll just now tell you one thing. 10 crore people in country get Ayushman Bharat. No one could have never imagined this in this country.
All right.
Every medical health scheme is there for 5 lakh rupees for more than 10 crore families in the country.
All right. Ashpreet Singh Kardial, RP Singh and Rubindra Nath Sachdeva, thank you so much for joining us. We're shifting focus to what is now a raging conflict which is happening between governors and governments in 3 opposition ruled states. Sparks are flying in the states of Kerala, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. The DMK has submitted a memorandum to the President of India seeking the removal of Governor R.N. Ravi, accusing him of obstructing the government. Things are not great in Kerala too, where the cabinet has decided to bring in an ordinance to take away the post of Chancellor from the governor's office. This comes amidst the ongoing legal battle between state Vice Chancellors and Arif Muhammad Khan, who is the governor of Kerala. The LDF government has accused him of working as an agent of the Sangh Parivar. Meanwhile, in poll-bound Telangana, the governor, Tamilsai Soundarajan, has been accused by the TRS of delaying legislative work. The charge comes days after she raised questions on the process of selection when it comes to the Common Recruitment Board for state universities. These face-offs are not new in Indian politics and are a regular feature in the fights between central governments and opposition-ruled states. But are the offices of governors subject to constant politicization, or do they serve as a much-needed constitutional check?
Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana. 3 states, one big fight. It's governors versus state governments. After repeated spats between the Kerala government and governor, the Pinarayi Vijayan cabinet decided to bring in an ordinance to take away the role of the Chancellor of Universities from the governor. But Arif Muhammad Khan remained defiant.
Let that stage come, and I had said whatever crisis comes, I will not sign on the address if you will try to control Raj Bhavan.
It's a similar story in Tamil Nadu. Calling Governor R.N. Ravi a threat to peace, the DMK has submitted a memorandum to the President seeking his removal from office. The memorandum listed 20 bills passed by the Assembly that are awaiting the Governor's assent. These include one to take away the Governor's powers to appoint Vice Chancellors and give them to the state government instead. In Telangana too, the ruling TRS has accused Governor Tamilsai Soundarajan of sitting on some bills forwarded by the government for her assent. Refuting the allegation, the governor claimed that her phones might be tapped.
I can take my own time to assess the bills. It was wrongly projected that I am sitting on the bills. I doubt my phone is taped. My privacy is interfered.
While the governor is an apolitical head who acts on the advice of the Council of Ministers, there are no guidelines in the Constitution for the exercise of the governor's powers. So who exactly is crossing the line here?
So let's decode the face-offs in the 3 states. In Kerala, there is an ordinance to oust the governor as Chancellor. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK government has said that the governor has been accused of sitting on 20 bills. In Telangana, the TRS government says that the governor has been sitting on 8 bills. Shifting focus now, back in Kerala, the governor has show-caused 11 vice chancellors of state universities, claiming their appointment was illegal as per the Supreme Court. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK has written to the president to sack the governor, while in Telangana, the education minister was summoned over university vacancies and concerns of transparency over the recruitment process. Going back to Kerala again, the state government has accused the governor of exceeding his brief. He is being seen as someone who has the brief, or perhaps is taking brief of the Sangh Parivar. That's what the LDF government is saying. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK government has accused the governor of delaying its legislative agenda, while in Telangana, the state government has been accused by the governor of not following protocol. Now, one of the most vocal governors in this fight has been the governor of Kerala, Arif Mohammed Khan. This is what he told me in an exclusive chat. Listen in. Your office had sent notices to 9 vice chancellors on Sunday, and they have got temporary relief from the Kerala High Court. The LDF government, sir, is saying that you are doing all this with a larger design. There is a purpose behind it.
They have every right to say whatever they like, but what I am doing, I have made it clear that Honorable Supreme Court in its judgment has clearly laid down the law. If the selection committee does not meet the requirements of the UGC regulation and an appointment is made based on their recommendation, the words which Honorable Supreme Court has used are, it will be considered void ab initio. Right from day one, they are illegal occupant of the office. The second ground which they have given is that UGC regulation requirement is to make a panel of 3 to 5 names. If single name has been forwarded to the Chancellor and appointment is made of that person, that will also be considered as void ab initio. So the only thing that I am doing is to apply the law as laid down by Honorable Supreme Court in the case of the Technical University to all the universities. Similar, as Chancellor of the University, I am under obligation to take this step. But if any citizen of India goes to the court asking that this should be applied, then they would have been removed by after Supreme Court judgment, there is no escape route. So they are free to say whatever they feel like, because they have been using the universities for a long time for their own political ends. I had tried to give them I had suggested an honorable exit. And therefore, I had requested them to submit their resignations by 11:30 in the morning on Sunday. Since they did not, they were directed, news has appeared. It is not the government which is directing them. It is the LDF, the political outfit. Every paper has carried this news, that LDF has directed the vice chancellors not to heed to my letter.
Arif Saab, the LDF government is saying that all your actions are part of Sangh Parivar's agenda. How will you respond to that?
What they say, I need not comment on that. They are saying this since, I think they are saying it since November 2019. I had joined the office in September. So they have been continuously, they have been saying this because they found very early that they can't use me as a rubber stamp to regularize all the illegalities which they are committing. They are very upset with me because I stayed the appointment of the partner of the political secretary of the chief minister. So they are very upset with me. Let them take out their frustration. Why I should comment on it?
So where is this entire battle between the state governments and the governors heading to? Let me bring in my guests and go straight to Suneet Chopra. Suneet Chopra, you would have heard what Arif Mohammed Khan said, that this all began since November 2019, and the state government has been looking at the Raj Bhavan ever since with a lot of hostility, and that if anything, he is ensuring that the constitution is followed, that he is the conscience keeper and the upholder of the constitutional rights.
This is quite untrue, because if you know, the issue of education is on the concurrent list, and the concurrent list means that both the center and the state must agree on a matter before they take action like this. He is in fact hiding the fact that the Indian Constitution, which is a secular constitution, is one that the RSS never believed in, and they never used even to put up the tricolor flag. Now he is representing a government that in a sense has always been under the thumb of the RSS, and he is simply doing his duty.
But Mr. Chopra, Sunil
He
Chopra,
is doing his
here is
duty
Arif Mohammad Khan
as a
saying
man
that he
who,
understands
in fact,
law, and he is following the book. If the appointments are illegal, then he has to overturn those appointments, that he cannot be the rubber stamp of the state government.
He does not have to overturn anything because he is only a nominee of the center. He has to convince the other part of the this duty. It's a concurrent list thing. He has to convince them, and if he can't convince them, he can resign. After all, people have been saying that the office of governor is a useless office and it should be removed anyway.
Yes, so there is a larger question now, or it can be a long debate. It's been happening since times immemorial and will continue for longer time as well, that what is the really the need of these Raj Bhavan. But I want to bring in the BJP spokesperson before I bring in the Tamil Nadu angle to this. The constitutional position is that if a bill is sent by the state cabinet for approval, the governor can send it back only once. And if the cabinet resends the bill to the governor, they cannot send it back. That is what the constitution says. Then why is the governor in multiple states being at loggerheads with the state government? In Tamil Nadu, in the state of Telangana, also in the state of Kerala. SG Surya.
Since you have asked, I'll talk about Kerala. Yeah, I'll talk about Kerala first. See, the problem with the other communist spokesperson is they never went into the merits of any of the disputes that is happening in Kerala, but as usual they went to RSS and BJP, which I strongly object, and I also say that RSS has never refused to own the Indian flag. It is a false propaganda that they are propagating for long. Now I'll come to the merits. Today, you have dispute between the Honorable Governor of Kerala and the Chief Minister. I will tell you two instances where they are at loggerheads. One is the Lokayukta bill, that Lokayukta Act that the Kerala is having. You know why Lokayukta is there? It is to find out the corrupt people in the government positions and punish them. The recent amendment that is sent to the governor says, even if somebody is getting an adverse order from the Lokayukta, they will not be forced to demit the public office. Can we discuss the merits of this? Is it advisable or is it fine to, dilute the provisions of the Lokayukta? The governor is opposing to this. Why are they not talking about the merits of this particular act? And second bill which is in contention is the removing the powers of the governor in appointing the search committee to appoint the vice chancellor.
Okay.
This is the procedure that has been followed for the last 7 decades.
Sunil Chopra, if the governor is following, if the governor is following the process, if the governor is following the law, then why is the state government objecting to it?
He is not following the law. If he was following the law, he would realize that without the agreement of the state government, he cannot take action. Because this is on the concurrent list. He is in fact violating the Indian Constitution. And it's shameful that a government like the BJP, which has so much strength, so much money, so much corruption on its hands, is in fact trying to inject that into Kerala as well with its governor.
Okay, let me bring in the DMK representative now. Why is the DMK saying that Governor R.N. Ravi is not fit for the office?
The governor is making overtly communal statements. He is sitting on the bills which he is supposed to pass. He is getting paid by the taxpayers of the state of Tamil Nadu. He has taken an oath that he will act for the well-being of the state of Tamil Nadu, but he is not doing any of that. He is getting diktats from the RSS cabal and trying to scuttle the smooth and excellent and efficient administration of the Tamil Nadu government. Now, when we are talking about why we have gone to this level, there are 20 bills pending with the governor. The question that is asked is, what else is the job of the governor? To go and make speeches on the pulpit, stating that, speaking against the ethos of our constitution. He says, all over the world it is ruled by one religion. India is also a country which is ruled by one religion. This is what he is going and saying, forgetting that he has taken an oath, he is holding a constitutional office. India is ruled by the constitution of our country, not by any one particular religion. And he goes on to speak about Sanatana Dharma and all of the things which is relevant to one particular religion, forgetting the fact that he is a secular figurehead. The governor is a rubber stamp. He is a rubber stamp. Let us not forget that in the constitutional scheme of things, he has no other role to play. When there is
yes, while I understand that there are as many as 20 bills pending the governor's approval in Tamil Nadu, there have been multiple protests that have happened against R.N. Ravi for not sending the NEET exemption bill to the president after being passed twice in the state assembly. So all this is happening. I understand it fully. But can there be another argument, before I bring in the BJP representative, that these are the governors who are trying to redefine the office of the governor? That for the longest time, what was seen as rubber stamp, they are thinking individuals who are saying that they want to ensure that the constitutional position of the governor is redefined.
You can redefine it when you make amendments to the constitution, not with the existing constitution. Then they'll have to resign their post, join the BJP as a spokesperson, or get any other post that is offered to them.
Okay, yeah. SG Surya, then make constitutional amendments about what the governor can do or cannot do. If the position as per the constitution is clear that if the state cabinet returns the bill after it has been said no by the governor, then he has to sign it. In this particular case, in case of Tamil Nadu, if the state assembly has passed it twice, then why the governor is sitting over these bills?
Yes, Maria, please give me 3-4 uninterrupted minutes. First, when the DMK spokesperson claims the position of governor is a rubber stamp, I wonder why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar wanted that very provision in the constitution, nor why he didn't define the governor as a rubber stamp who should just sit as a rubber stamp. If he had thought it was a rubber stamp, I don't think he would have included this provision and created such an office throughout the country. He wanted some check to the state governments, and that is why the position of governor was enacted into the constitution. Secondly, see, you are telling 20 bills are pending. How many of them are amendment bills? How many of them are original bills? Out of the 20 bills, there are 4 bills that is particularly to remove the powers of the governor in certain things. And there are 16 amendment bills and 4 original bills. We all know amendment bills are not original bills. You just change one clause or one provision in the entire act. It is purely administrative in nature. You cannot paint political colors to the bills that are pending, which are purely administrative in nature. It is the due process of law. The governor himself has explained so many times that he is following the due process of law, and in due time it will be passed. It is not that not even one bill is passed by the governor. There are many bills that were passed by the governor. There are bills that are pending. There are bills like the NEET, which is obviously was built on fake submissions by the state government. That's why he has gone to.
But Mr. Surya, isn't it also a fact? Isn't it also a fact that in all these 3 states that you have, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and in Kerala, the opposition that is coming from the governors is also political in nature? How do you discount that? The fact that, Tamil Sai Soundarajan is all, taking on the sitting government is also something that's playing out. And that's a state where the BJP is trying to expand its footprints. You have similar case in Kerala where the governor is being seen as someone who is taking the center's line.
See, I'm telling you again, we are not spokespersons for the governors. I'm telling you, bring me case-by-case arguments in each state. In Kerala, you spoke to me. I told you about the Lokoyukta and the reducing the powers of the governor. In Tamil Nadu, again, every bill
No,
that
but
is
tell
being
me, are the
passed
governors
is with an intention
working
to
within the
reduce
legal
powers of the
parameters?
governors.
Are they working within the legal parameters? Are they working as per the constitution in repeatedly sending back those bills, not signing those bills, sitting over these bills which have been passed by the state cabinet, passed by the assembly?
No.
Can I come in?
No, absolutely not. I will never agree that
they are bills passed by those elected by the people.
Too many bills that were
the governors
back.
are those who are
I'm telling you again, it is purely administrative nature that you are trying to politicize because you do not have any other issues in hand. You want some issues to politicize because you do not have any other serious issues or legitimate issues to attack the government.
Okay.
That's why you go to the daily operation of the governor and find silly faults in every single action.
The governor is the... No, one moment.
Can I come in here?
Okay,
Okay,
Mr. Saravanan, go ahead.
Yeah. See, the governor is again, I'm telling you, reiterating that he is a rubber stamp in the constitutional scheme of things. He does not know the meaning of the word as soon as possible. The Supreme Court has condemned the Tamil Nadu governor that he has sat too long on the resolution of the Tamil Nadu government, cabinet resolution. Is this not enough for the governor to act? So why is the governor sitting on 20 bills? Important bills are one about online gambling, prevention of hookah bars, construction of establishment of a new Siddha University. Is this not for the welfare of the people of Tamil Nadu? What excuse can he have for sitting on this? Can he say that I have not understood or I am doing something else? I am going and attending functions, cutting ribbons. I have time for all that, but I don't have time for signing this bill. Why the governor is not signing any of the bills? This is the only reason is they are extremely jealous. The BJP RSS cabal is extremely jealous of our leader Mr. M.K. Stalin, the Dravidian model, which is pitted against the Gujarat model. The Gujarat model, we are seeing how the bridges are collapsing like 9 pins and how the ticket collectors are arrested.
Exactly.
And BJP has the temerity to speak about corruption.
Okay. SG Surya, your government has been talking about cooperative federalism. If you believe in cooperative federalism, then you have to also ensure that the governor who serves the office of the governor on the will of the it's essentially the governor is appointed and removed by the president. That office also follows cooperative federalism. If the governor is constantly at loggerheads with the state government, then how will the state government function?
See, I am telling you again, we should see into the merits of the case. When you talk about loggerheads, you want everything to be agreed. Saravanan talks about Siddha University. There you are flaunting the norm that we have been following for the 7 decades. You are removing the concept of chancellor and governor. You want the state government to directly take control of it. There is a legal route for it. You are flaunting it and trying to create a dispute. That is a problem. Secondly, every time you talk about Gujarat model, Tamil Nadu model, etc., that is a different debate. Today we are talking about the acts of the governor. The governor has gone to blame that the state government
hide behind a different debate
handing over the
when your government
to the
is actually
of 4 days delay.
A different
He is
constitution.
pinpointing your mistakes. That's why you are bothered. You want a rubber stamp. That is not happening. You want a rubber stamp.
Surya,
you are happy with the governor when he is not to all of your things. That's all.
Why create constitutional crisis in the state?
There is absolutely no constitutional crisis. Where is the crisis? Where is the
crisis? They are
creating
a
one bill without the governor passing. There is a constitutional crisis. There is a law and order issue. There is absolutely nothing. Maria, you tell me one bill that is pending with the governor that is creating a constitutional crisis or that is creating a law and order problem or anything. There is absolutely nothing.
What is this? Prevention of hookah bars? Online gambling? Is this not for the welfare of the people? Which world are you coming from? Which
You
welfare are you
are
talking about?
shameless, Mr.
This is
Saravanan.
the big-
How
this is-
long you took
I
to bring
know-
this bill?
I know your
We have been
agenda.
demanding this from day one of this government. You have taken away the bill that was passed by the previous government. You have been waiting on this for so long. You pass it so late and immediately you want the governor to pass. I wonder if you are an advocate. Is it only concerning Tamil Nadu? It is the larger interest that the governor has to follow.
I will ask them to teach the constitution, Indian constitution, for all these RSS pracharaks.
All right, thank you so much for joining me. SG Surya, A. Saravanan and Sunit Chopra. We are slipping to a short break. After that, we decode the pulse of the Aam Aadmi in battleground Himachal Pradesh, with a focus on the crucial tourism sector. That special report when I return. Stay with us.